Good evening, friends. Well, today was a gloomier day than yesterday. I hope that everybody got to be outside, at least for a little while, in the sunshine yesterday. I did, and I was really happy to be able to be outside. I found some daffodils and now have a bouquet of daffodils on my table. And that kind of cheers me up and makes me feel better. So, okay, if you hear scratching, that is my dog Raymond. He's shut outside, so he can't bark. So he's making himself known by scratching. And I'm trying to get the lighting right. It's a little different because it's kind of gloomy outside, so we'll just do the best we can. So, friends, last week we talked about the prayer of faith. And God is my help in every need. God does my every hunger feed. God walks beside me, guides my way through every moment of the day. So, this week, we're going to talk about the prayer for protection. And maybe you remember that the prayer for protection is what we say at the end of every service at Unity of Lehigh Valley. The prayer for protection is kind of famous, and it's been all the way to the moon with the astronauts. It's circled the earth with the astronauts, and there's a copy of it on the moon. People like Oprah Winfrey and Robin Roberts on TV have talked about the prayer for protection. So it's kind of cool that it's Unity's prayer. So the prayer for protection says, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. So tonight, I want to talk about expanding that prayer, adding some things to that prayer that make the prayer something that's not only about God, but also about us and about the way that we interact with God. So we're going to add some I am statements, and we'll go through this slowly, and then we'll talk about a little creative thing that you can maybe work on this week. The first line, the light of God surrounds us. So we're going to add I am the light. I want to invite you to throw your hands up big and wide when you say, I am the light. And we can think about the way that God's light shines through us. Shines through our smile, shines through our acts of kindness, shines through when we sing. So, the light of God surrounds us. I am light. So the next line is, the love of God enfolds us. And guess what we're going to add? I am love. Now we know that God's love is in us and through us. So God's love shines through when we give people a hug, when we say kind things and compliments to other people, when we are helpful. So, the love of God enfolds us. I am love. Next line. The power of God protects us. So God is within us, through us, and the power of God is in us. So it's the power to make good choices. It's the power to speak positive words. Words like thank you. Words like that was very helpful. Words like I am power. So the power of God protects us. I am power. And our last one, the presence of God watches over us. Well, presence is kind of a big word. What does that really mean? It means the isness of God, the very is being of God, and that God is in us as our isness. So wherever we are is where God is showing up. And we show up when we spend some time in prayer or some quiet time in meditation, or when we become a peaceful presence, when there's conflict or things going on around us. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. And I am. So we're going to put it all together. We're going to say it all at once. And maybe when we go back to church, we will teach the grown-ups our new way of doing the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and I am. So now I want to give you something creative that you can work on this week if you want to. So you're going to need to ask a grown-up for a plain piece of white paper. The tricky part about picking up a piece of paper without asking is it might be white on one side and it might actually have something on the other side that the grown-up wanted to keep. So we're going to get a piece of white paper and we're going to draw a line up and down that divides the paper in half, a line that goes across that divides the paper in half, and then a circle in the middle. And in the end, it should look kind of like this. And if it's okay, if it doesn't look like that exactly, or if it's a little lopsided, don't worry about it. So then, in the circle, there's 4 little spots. In 2 of the spots, we write God is. And in the other 2 spots, we write I am. God is, I am. And then we write across each of the quadrants, light, love, power, presence. Should look like this when we get done. Then this week, you can work on, not really work, you can play with how you show up as light, how you show up as love, how you show up as power, how you show up as presence. You can draw with crayons or pencils, or you can ask a grown-up if there's a magazine that you can cut pictures out of, and you can cut pictures that remind you of light and love and power and presence. And you can glue them on your paper. So it's not hard. It's something fun. And it's a way to make the prayer for protection our very own. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and I am. Next Wednesday, we'll be getting ready for Palm Sunday, and we're going to talk about Easter in Unity 100 years ago. And I have something special that I want to share with you. So I hope to see you back here next Wednesday, 6 o'clock, Wednesday evening, and I'll see you later.